spawning in the bottom right of Belcher Vestige. It is the Zerg, the green Zerg, Wryza. I'll just remove the uptime, hold on. If I can manage to do so, well, I'll do so another time. On the top left of the screen, the purple Zerg player, it is Miyuni. Okay, just hold on, let me just remove that frigging uptime. And Darren can push, yeah, there we go. This is so cool, GLHF called here. So it's Zerg versus Zerg as our first match here. Gas, first maybe extract the trick here to call up on another drone. Or just straight gas pull, depends on what the Zerg player wants to do here. First of all, sent. So we'll see what happens in this match. I've seen there's a lot of replays, as I've told earlier, there's lots of replays for every player. And I'm just gonna readjust the sound, hold on. Making sure that the game music is not too loud. Make sure to tell me in the chat if everything is going alright. But so far we have a hatchery for Miyuni planted down. Wryza going up with a pull of herself and gets the hatchery straight after, which means Wryza is gonna have a little bit of upper hand in terms of a macro in the first few rounds, because she's gonna have a queen, and who means a queen means more lava, and more lava means more protection. So in the early game she's gonna probably have more lava, but we have Miyuni here with the hatchery is gonna be stronger in the mid-late game, because she's gonna have not only one hatchery which supplies more lava, but two queens who will pump out a lot of injections here. Second hatchery planted down, no speed boost, speed link researched yet, which is probably waiting for the 100 minerals. Pool's almost complete on Miyuni's side. And if you guys remember from last week, Miyuni's always planting her pool like really far away from the mineral line. Well, Zerg players tend to put it there or somewhere around behind. She's always putting it in front. And I've been suggesting when I was co-casting with Tino that she's probably making this so she can have a little bit more vision around this area, because there's probably a lot of Reapers that harassed her in early game. That's sort of a way to prevent yourself from getting hurt here. Baneling Nest straight off the bat. Wryza is not going soft, and she's probably gonna have pumping lings in a few moments with the speed link going through. I'm just eager to see how Miyuni is gonna hold that up, because I've seen her play against her and she's tending to make that second hatchery, then pump out massive amounts of links. But we see instead a roach warren, which is really interesting here. Spawning pool gets the speed link in research. We're gonna have more links and more links as the time flies by. As the queen's gonna come out, we're gonna have more lava as well. This queen is already pumping here as well. So let's see what happens there. One link. What the hell? She maybe wanted to take a bath too. A couple links more. Scouting in the main, making sure to see what's to be seen already. The roach warren and the baneling nest. That's everything you need to know. And on the other side, Miyuni doesn't know anything about this. Evolution chamber as well. Is it for the +1 upgrade? I'm not sure yet. But we see more drones on Miyuni's side. Does Wryza still want to attack? I'm not sure yet. She's just making 2 spines and like, okay, I've seen Roach Warren, I've seen Baneling Nest. Maybe she's gearing up for some really intense push here, and that's why I want to make these defenses at home instead of attacking like I planned to. She's actually intersecting and scouting that third base, which is really a good point for Wryza, making sure. Oh, not even a cancel, so that's 300 mineral for free. Good job here by Wryza, taking out a little bit of a lead here. One drone more, and does she have enough to hold that patch of links here? This queen's gonna perish in a short moment, the drones with her as well. There's a lot of units to take care from, and here Wryza is actually exploiting that from Miyuni. She doesn't have any units, she just made drones, and there's more links incoming, as well as there's links on Miyuni's side. Will it be enough? I'm not sure. Wryza seems to have more, but she's actually making a little bit of micro mistakes. She still gets the upper hand in the engagements, taking 5 drones, taking the hatchery. Miyuni doesn't go forward. GG straight. Well played. There we go. Starting on the top right of Cactus Valley. It is the Greens are leading 1-0 in this best of 5. It is Wryza. And on the bottom left of Cactus Valley, the purple player, it is Miyuni. Okay, so now the interesting fact is to know what Miyuni is gonna come up with right now, as she's got rushed by Wryza, so she knows she can be vulnerable. to this sort of tactics. But Cactus Valley is a very, very wide map if you look at it. Look, here is already the distance from one base to another, and here, since they are in cross position, this is all the path that they're gonna cross in order to make to reach the enemy's base. So that's a lot actually. That's a lot. Hatchery planted down for Wryza. She's actually switching on the tech path here. Okay, I've been aggressive in the first game. Same deal for Miyuni. She's actually not changing her style and not her build order, so she's going for the hatch first. Nothing too wild to be declared yet. Not even a proxy hatch, proxy pool, you know. Cancel the hatch, build the pool on top of it. Or just like in the heart of the Swarm Days, build the evolution chamber there and block the gas, so whenever the Zug's gonna kill that one, there's gonna be broodlings everywhere trying to kill drones. Wryza getting the pool, getting the gas, 3 drones on it, same thing on the other side, but Miyuni is a little bit slower here. So I'm really tempted to try and guess what will happen in this game. I think that Miyuni will want to go for roaches again, and maybe want to go for a heavy roach style, then go massively front attack Wryza to just try and provoke a sort of a payback, you know. You've rushed me in game 1, let me show you what a Zug on 2 base with lots of roaches can do, and I think that's what Miyuni is trying to plan here, and let's see if my call is gonna be right. The first queen is pumped out, the second in a few moments in that hatchery, but Wryza is already ahead on that point. She's gonna have that second queen there in a second, boom! Yeah, Overlord scouting there, and the other side as well, so they are both gonna cross each other. The funny thing is that they both sent their overlords at the opposite positions, so basically they're not gonna scout each other in a while. Maybe that overlord will actually give the information here, but that's only Wryza who knows what is up next. Oh, have I missed the scouting drone? Okay, she's like, okay, I didn't scout a hatchery there, so there's probably something there, and yeah, that's sort of a guess here. Queen pumped out, baneling nests on both sides, so basically my call was wrong, and we're gonna have on the other side baneling nests as well. Well, will we see more gases? What will be the choice from there? Because I see overlords, I see lings, but I don't see the same amount of lings on Wryza's side. She's just pumping out more drones for now. So let's just compare in units. We have lots of lings here. One's scouting there what happens, and Wryza's just didn't see anything really. Like, she doesn't see a gas there, she just saw a queen, she saw a couple lings, so she's like, well, 16 more lings on... Okay, I was wrong with the roaches, but the intent of actually pushing front is there, and I'm not sure how Wryza is gonna handle it, because she has the baneling nest, sure, but will she have enough to actually try and hold that off? Nothing on the Xelnega tower, and yeah, pretty much here. You have a lot of scouting there, and yeah, couple lings see the insane amount of lings in that 3 minutes and 50 seconds of the game. So well, scouted already with the Overlord and this couple lings there. Well, this is about the reaction. Wryza starts her 3 banelings there, and this is gonna be quite late. If she doesn't have any banelings on the high ground, it's gonna be pretty damaging here. Lots of banelings morphing on Miyuni's side. 2 queens will perish at the same time. One connection gets 1 ling, and this one's gonna get a lot more. Wryza's getting a good damage output out of these banelings connections, but is it gonna be enough? Good trade-off with these 2 lings on these 2 banelings there. More lings in production. Will it be enough to hold it off? We have a lot of banes, but ooh, they blasted for nothing. Wryza has the upper hand in this engagement. That's gonna be a good lead for Wryza here. Taking the engagement off and defending really well, Wryza gets a lead in this first stage of the game. Will it be a third hatchery, or will it be the counter push, or any other batch back from Miyuni? We'll see that in a few moments, but for now we have banelings morphing, spines in minerals, and we don't have any more tech buildings there, so trying to cancel that third hatchery. Wryza goes for pressure and does a good job doing so, taking every sort of lead she can, and that's a good way to start off a best of 3 by actually putting a lot of pressure on your opponent, and that just shows right now. She didn't cancel that one, and all these lings just made the best connections possible with these banelings. They didn't hit a good mass, and look at this. She's just forcing a lot of action. Maybe a 1-2? No, not even. She's just trying to force an engagement out. Roach Warren planted down for Miyuni. But will it be enough? Lots of links chasing each other, and now, like, Wryza, she's like, well, I've damaged the third base quite enough. The next time I'm gonna push up, I'm gonna take it. But, oh, this connection! Oh, this is why you should always look your army. This is really important to do so, and Wryza just exploited that fact wonderfully, and that's just the moment that we'll see in a few moments. Well, Wryza just takes one bending with two links. That's just perfect engagements there. More drones on Miyuni's side. She doesn't have any unit to hold that off, and she's gonna lose that third base. Maybe gonna do some couple drones with it, and well, even though Miyuni has a good creep spread. Whoa, creep spread. That's cool. The insane scout here from Wryza. Even if she has the creep spread, it's not enough to actually cover up all the options that the opponent Zug can do, and this is what it shows there. Wryza has the upper hand, and lots more links coming up. F2 getting there, and matching on this queen. This queen gets taken down. No mana to sustain, and this is where the links start to do their rumble in the main base. 3 more and even more links taking some damage here, and 3 and more drones. There's like a perfect setup for Wryza really here. She's taking every queen out. She has the leeway on all the drones. She's taken 2 bases out, one base out, and a good batch of links and banes with the connections. That's just a perfect situation and scenario here for Wryza. Taking more and more things as she goes, and that's just links. If she can just manage to get a bigger army and banes or whatever, she's gonna be fine and probably win that game later on. And here comes more engagements in favor of Wryza, getting a good lead in the supply. Look at the supply, and we have more banelings there, but that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be morphing in time, taking them peacefully. Wryza is just making sure everything is in her control right now. 1 bane go out, and is it gonna be the end? No. 2 bendings left. Maybe 1 good connection. No, it doesn't happen. 1 more link, 3 more links, and that's just it. There's no supply left for Miyuni. Even if she tries to take that third back, it's not enough. All these drones are perishing through that link DPS here. Nothing to be declared of here, and yeah, taking that base is like the best priority and like the #1 priority, and that's what Wryza focuses on right now. 70 supply to 28. It's pretty doomed right now. Even if she gets like huge bane connections, she's gonna have to try and come back with later units. And as I've seen, Spire there, it's gonna be tough for Miyuni to come back from 1 base off on 2, almost 2. Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it almost hears right now. Wryza has such a lead, 3 bases, lots of queens, and yeah, these banes will be finding some links, but that's not enough. Here's what I told about watching your army all the time, but even 4 links are not enough for the connection here to actually make it worth it right now. Right, Miyuni is just trying her best to come back in the game, and that's what she should do really, but she's gonna have Aspire Mutalisks to worry about in a few moments. These links are gonna meet some of... Oh, is it gonna be the connection of the year? Yes, it is. Nothing left. No units there, and I've seen banelings there, but yeah, well, she can actually sacrifice them if she wants. The spine makes it... Oh, actually takes the Crypt Tumor. That's interesting. And Miyuni taking that third back, but yeah, she's really behind. She doesn't have any drones right now, and yeah, compared to 57 workers, lots of Mutalisks come in. Well, I'm sure that Miyuni knows right now that something's coming. She doesn't know what exactly, but yeah, you expect that from a player. She's going for more roaches, trying to find a force to engage her with, but these roaches are going to be good underground, and I'm not sure that that's what Miyuni wants right now against these Mutalisks that are going to come forward here. In total, we have 10 on the field, and in production we have 3 more. The +1 air upgrade and the +2 melee upgrade. So, well, Wryza is just making sure that this game is not gonna go off her hands, and that's the way to do so. Making Mutalisks harass on all the sides, making sure that your opponent is never peacefully waiting and producing a lot of macro. Taking couple drones more, pulling these roaches, not even, and more links there, more bases for Wryza, but yeah, we have on the other side the roach trade-off. that is gonna happen. She's not gonna pull back. She's like, well, whatever. I'm gonna try and do as much damage as possible. These two Banes are gonna pop off on me, but I don't care. I have roaches. They are armored, and well, this is almost the end here for Miyuni. Even if she does damage, she's gonna lose all these bases again, and she doesn't have the mineral to sustain that much. The Mutanist comes back, and this is approximately the end right now. All these forces are gonna die. The Mutanist is gonna take it up, and there's no queens, no spores, nothing else to counter that up. Wryza's Lings are just waiting here, just hitting the lava. GG called by Miyuni. Game number 2 goes for Wryza here. Spawning on the top left of Abyssal Reef. It is the Zerg, the green Zerg, leading to O is Wryza. On the other side, we have the purple Zerg. Down 0-2 in his best of 5, trying to find her way back against Wryza, who has shown a good amount of pressure. It is Miyuni. Okay, so right now, if I was at her spot there, I would be like, well, I need to do something so so aggressive and a lot of intense action so I can get back the flow, the momentum of the game to myself, and she's going for a hatchery there. So maybe a 2-base attack. I'm not sure if the game sound is too loud here or not. Maybe guys tell me in the chat, I'll be reading that in a couple minutes. But full gas for Wryza here. Game number 3, pumping the way though. Voice yourself out on Twitter as well with the hashtag FSLSC2. And the pull forward, a speciality of Miyuni there. There we go, the gas going up in a moment. Wryza's already ahead in the supply. No, it's Miyuni that is. But yeah, she's ahead in the tech path, so she's gonna have more links quicker. And in that map, there's quite a bit of distance as well. But it's shift. Yeah, it's shift. Okay, look at this map. Defense here on the natural. Defense here on the third. There's a good way here. There's an entrance there, and 2 entrances there, and another one there. So that third base is key in this map. And there's a good distance as well. Pull completed on Miyuni's side. Speedling started on Wryza's side. Queen started as well. And I'm really wondering what will be Miyuni's plan there, because she doesn't know yet what her opponent is doing, and Miyuni is just gonna scroll around, see that the hatchery is a little bit later than hers because of the creep spread that will be underneath the Overlord scale, and well, she's probably gonna pump out some more links. Yeah, 6 links. Roach Warren? No, not even. Yeah, Roach ran out of the minerals because she had a worker with gas there, so she wanted the gas, all the gas for her. Couple more links. Okay, so I think it's really an aggressive start here for Wryza. She's like trying to seal that best of 3 as hard as she can right now because she feels like she has the upper hand. So if she does something really aggressive, she's gonna actually throw out a tantrum in Miyuni's side. But 2 links against 4, couple queens, that's actually enough to deal with that. And if the micro is right, she can actually save him up. But no, the queen's micro here will take these links off. Another queen will be there in a few moments. Injections pumping out, and now we have the roach warren, but we don't have any roaches out of it yet. So, maybe it's in prevention. Maybe these links were just there to show that Wryza was, how to say, there in this first stage of the game. Like, you can't really go for something aggressive. I'm active on the map. I'm the one active in this match, and you can't really go into an aggression there. So. And that response means Miyuni goes for a Roach Warren. Well, Miyuni's like, well, I can't go for that, so I gotta prepare my defense as well instead and drone up more. Roach Warren's coming up. 4 overloads though. A lot of overloads. No roaches yet pumped out. I think Wryza just setting up a couple more drones. Silly drone. What happened? Oh, here he is. I missed that action on the map. Lots more drones on the way. There's I'm curious, like 8 roaches right now is a good way to start up another pressure. But Miyuni is gonna have about the same with the defender's advantage, so if she actually knows what's gonna come up, because this overload is there, and if she doesn't go the mainstream way and goes around and dodges that overload, well, there's no way she could know. 6 more roaches though, so she definitely will have more roaches than Wryza. She knows now. Miyuni knows, definitely knows that there's roaches on the way, that she should be ready, and she has a lot more roaches on the way. 12 links pumped out as well, the evolution chamber as well. Speed links research, no, the lair upgrade is up soon as well, so maybe speed roaches. That's gonna be painful. On here, the creep is denied here by these roaches. The first batch is coming up the ramp. She's like, okay, I see that there's a concave. I'm not gonna come up. Let's go straight in line. If I go there, if you have the same amount of roaches as me, I'm gonna perish in that attack. And now Miyuni is like, well, I have more roaches than you. What can I do? I can attack. And that's the whole point here. But there's a lot of lings on that side as well. She's planting the hatchery. But look at this. This is gonna be painful to watch. Miyuni is taking. Oh, will it be enough? Will it be enough? Will she hold that off? Will Miyuni hold that off? With drones as well. All the drones are taking damage here, but the roaches will make their entrance here. The concave researched by Wryza here, making sure that she profits of every single advantage she can. Denying the Ravager won't do much though, because there are lots more roaches on Wryza's side and the DPS output of that queen. But these lings are still doing damage, so basically this is a perfect setup for Wryza here. Taking the queens, taking the drones. GG call. This is a quick 3-0.